Good afternoon and welcome back to the Shay. A long time between drinks here in sunny Halifax between games, but we're back for 2024 with a big Betfred Challenge Cup third round tie against always tricky opposition Whitehaven. Let's go through the teams. First and foremost, Halifax Panthers. Line-up as number 1, James Woodburn-Hall. On the wings, number 5, James Saltonstall. Back in the side after missing last week's game because of a latest arrival in the family. And number 2, free scoring, Greg Eden making his home debut for Fax. In the centres, number 3, Zach McComb. Another free scoring player, Ben Crooks, wears 4. Half-backs, Louis Jouffre wears 6, and co-captain Joe Keys in 7. Front row Fax, number 8, Adam Tangata. Number 16, Will Calcott back in the side. And number 9, other co-captain, Adam O'Brien. Back row, 11, Ben Kavanagh. Number 12, Matty G. And number 19, Connor Davies, making his second home debut for the club. On the bench for the Panthers, number 20, Tom Inman. 13, Jacob Fairbank. Number 15, Ryan Lannon. And making his long-awaited home debut for the club, the prodigal son returns back home, number 23, Gareth Widdop. 18th man for Halifax is number 21, Oliver Davies. And we are now, of course, coached by Liam Finn. His first home game for his hometown club. Whitehaven line up with a couple of familiar faces. Line up number 1, Idina Gebby. Number 22, Oscar Duran, and 5, Curtis Tier in the centres. Number 3, Joseph Romeo, and number 2, Jake Mason. How he'd love to score back on his return to the Shay. Half-pass for Whitehaven, number 14, Jake Carter, and number 6, the diminutive Jamie Duran. Front row for Avon, number 17, Ross Ainley, 10, Guy Graham, and Callum Phillips wears 9 at hooker. Back row for the Cumbrians, number 20, Owen McCarran, 21, Rio Corkill, and another ex-Fax player, number 11, but at loose forward, Ryan King. On the bench for Whitehaven, number 13, Dion I, 17, Lachlan Hannigan, 23, Evan Lawther, and number 15, James Newton. No 18th man named on the team sheet for Whitehaven, and the coach is John Tigorley. The man in the middle today is Cameron Worsley for this Betfred Challenge Cup third round match, Sunday the 11th of February 2024. The time is 3 PM and the time is now for Halifax's return to the Shay. Can we make it a winning start? Perennial slow starters. We've won 1, lost 1 at the 1895 Cup. Challenge Cup's a different beast. And for the winners this tie, away to home tie against Hammersmith, the community club from London. And as you can see, the sun has come out, but it is very, very blustery. And there will be a moment of reflection to remember Halifax players and staff that are no longer with us.
Ronnie passed away in November at the age of 75. Alan Rhodes was a Hippo Grammar School first 15 captain who signed from O'Brodians in 1961. He made 45 appearances, scoring 15 tries and kicking 16 goals before moving on to Bradford Northern, where he later became fitness coach and Huddersfield. Alan passed away over Christmas at the age of 85. And Graham Garrett, who made 223 appearances in the club between 1978 and 1985, scoring 67 tries and rounding off his career with a championship winners' medal in 1986. Graham and his family were regulars here in the Shay. His wife Eileen, daughter Rachel and son Sean are friends to many at the club. He passed away in early January, which was 68 years old. The thoughts of everyone in their memory. Thank you.
A well observed. Makes applause for 3 ex-Halifax players who we sadly lost in the off-season. But the game starts now. 2024 home campaign starts now, and Halifax are playing the supposed wrong way towards that south stand where there's a small but loud hearty Haven bunch that have made the trip down south today. But over Joe Keys to get us underway from the kickoff. And he kicks deep and left. Collected by the Whitehaven player. Strong early defence from G and from McComb. Here's Ryan King, first touch of the ball, met by old friends in the shape of Calcott and Tangata. Where the blind side is Corkill. Get some footwork. Whitehaven calling for the penalty and get it. High shot there from Tangata, I think it was. I think it was more than just a grab, but it gives Jake Hart a chance to kick Whitehaven into Halifax territory. Not the start that Liam Finn would have wanted. Amazing taps and goes straight from the penalty, but he's pushed backwards by the Halifax defence. Still want to keep an eye on him this afternoon. Here's a free with Ross Ainley, and Ainley attracts 3 Halifax defenders who put him down 35 metres from the line. Here's King once more. Takes 3 men to put him down on his back. Tangata, Calcott and Connor Davies as Whitehaven are 25 metres out. They work the ball left. Carter finds Corkill, and Corkill footwork at the line once more. 3 Halifax Panthers defenders put him down just outside the 10. Here's Carter once more onto King. King short ball to Guy Graham, and Graham well put down there by O'Brien and Tangata. Last tackle here for Haven. They've got options left and right. They go left as Carter boosts the ball towards a corner. The ball evades everyone. Taken by Jouffre, but the touch judge rules that the ball already gone out of play. And James Saltonstall's wasting no time to get started with a 20-metre tap. Hands on to Eden. But the referee stops all momentum. Not too sure why he stopped that, and Saltonstall decides to tap and go himself this time. And he's still making yards over that 30. Slow play the ball. O'Brien works blind. Finds Matty G, steps to his right. He makes some good yards forward. 5 metres shy of halfway. O'Brien waits. And on to McComb. McComb. Little dance before in that defensive line. As Halifax already into the Whitehaven half. O'Brien finds Calcott. On to Keys, finds Kavanagh, and Kavanagh finds Crooks. Halifax looking good here as Crooks makes a break. Back inside to Joe Keys, and Joe Keys scores the first try of 2024 at the Shay. His first try of the season. And after less than 3 minutes, Halifax are 4-0 up. Great post play. Halifax working the ball right to left. And I said last week that the Keys-Kavanagh combination is working brilliantly. Kavanagh fed the ball onto Crooks, and Crooks in great form made the break. Great pass inside, evaded the chasing Whitehaven defenders back, and Joe Keys dived over the line, but it's come at a cost to Ben Crooks, who's still down in back play, getting some treatment from the physio. But after conceding a penalty in the first set of the game, Halifax have responded well. And Louis Jouffre delayed taking the conversion. Crooks back on his feet. He's fit to carry on, and such an important figure he is in this Halifax back line as he makes his way back to rejoin his teammates in the huddle. While Louis Jouffre will look to carry on his great kicking form he's shown so far in 2024. Kicked 8 from 9 last week at Rochdale. 2 from 2 the week before at Oldham. And he's 1 from 1 today. Is Louis Jouffre. And Halifax, after 4 minutes of the game, are 6-0 up. As Whitehaven will kick off, it's Jake Carter. Will kick with his left towards the right hand side. Eden waits underneath, collects, sends it onto Calcott, and Calcott winds up. Sizes up Owen McCarron and makes some really good yards forward as Calcott. Great yards after contact there. Fax playing with the tails up, and Greg Eden attacking the blind side. Spins and makes some much needed yards. Quick play the ball too. Here's Kavanagh. Goes inside, thought about the pass, but just takes the ball up. Takes 3 Whitehaven players, stopping 2 on the floor, but Kavanagh fights for a quick play the ball and gets it. O'Brien shoots out for dummy half. Great offload to Tangata. Oh, if it had looked right, there were Curtis Davies right there, but it's a quick play the ball. O'Brien finds Jouffre. Out to G. G steps off his right, but good defence there from Whitehaven. Scrambling well as G fights his way inside the Whitehaven 20. O'Brien waits. Dummy half. Finds Curtis Davies. Sizes up that Whitehaven defence. Small in stature, but he makes really good yards inside Halifax 10. And still tackles here for Halifax inside Whitehaven's 10. O'Brien goes right to Jouffre. Jouffre goes to the line. As he got over, Whitehaven held him up. It is a try, despite the attention of the Whitehaven defenders. And the Halifax Panthers go back to back. And Louis Jouffre scored his second try of the season. And after 6 minutes, Halifax are 10 points up. He seems to have all sorts of options with Louis Jouffre. The ball back on the inside looked an attractive one, but it has powered his way over the line despite the attempts of some desperate Whitehaven defence who thought he held him up. Referee Cameron Worsley judged that he got that ball down. And Halifax, dominant so far. Whitehaven have barely touched the ball so far, and they find themselves 10-0 down. He's left himself a tricky conversion attempt to turn this 4-6. But the way he's kicking at the moment, you wouldn't rule that out. He's going through his usual intricate routine. Strikes it high enough. And he's through the posts. No commentator's curse for that one. Louis Jouffre is kicking brilliantly. He's 2 from 2 for the afternoon. And Halifax are 12-0 up with 7 minutes gone. I say at the very start, Halifax perennial slow starters, but this is a great quick start. As Carter once more finds Eden from the kickoff and again hands it on to Calcott, and Calcott And Whitehaven will learn the lesson there. They're pushing back, putting him on his back, but he's fighting for a quick play. The ball is Calcott. It doesn't come. And Tangata takes it on. Great yards there from the Cook Islander. O'Brien goes blind as well as G takes on the defence. Good tackle there. But it's a quick play of the ball. McComb finds some scattered out Whitehaven defenders, tries to take advantage. That's a good last ditch tackle there from Carter. As Fax play the ball on halfway. Here's Davies. Short to Calcott, and Calcott gets between two Haven defenders and trundles his way past the 40. Last tackle here. O'Brien finds Keys to the left, and Keys measures the kick. It deflects off the Whitehaven man. Taken at the back by Edina Gebbie, but great defence there from Crooks, looking to push him out. As Tia can hear the contact from up here. It's great defensive work, pushing back from Connor Davies yet again. And Oscar Duran finds three Panthers defenders waiting for him. O'Brien, G and Tangata. Here's a big figure of Ainley, but he's dealt with well there by Calcott and Kavanagh. As Whitehaven struggling to make any sort of territory. I don't think they've even made 10 yards yet. And Carter decides to take matters in his own hands, looking for a 40-20. That's a great kick, but Woodburn Hall races across the ball. The bounce of the ball not favouring Whitehaven as Woodburn Hall surveys his option to take the ball in. Finds his ex-teammate Ryan King waiting for him. And he'll play the ball just side of the 20. Here's Saltonstall. Thought about the pass but thought better of it. Just takes his tackle on the 25. Leaves a Whitehaven player in the ruck, so Dufresne steps out. Decides to pass to McComb. McComb, little goose step before the Whitehaven defence. Takes three to put him down. Wrestled on the floor, but the referee not giving anything as Tangata takes it up, back on the angle. Goes past halfway, good yards there from Tangata. Quick play the ball too, O'Brien. Finds Connor Davies, and Davies, great run there from the Welsh international. Last tackle here for Fax. O'Brien finds Keys, and Keys puts it more in the air this time, looking for the chaser Crooks, and Crooks. Brilliant time tackle, and Gebbie tackle where he stands. It's well taken though, as Tia. Great tackle down low by O'Brien. Helped out by Davies and Tangata. As the Halifax defenders call offside. Good play there from Kavanagh, but Keys did well with the tackle. And here's Graham. Takes on Davies and Calcott with Tangata down low, and again Whitehaven. The meter's really restricted by this Whitehaven Halifax defence as Gebbie gets the ball. I don't think it was meant for him. He makes the best out of a bad situation. Gets the offload to Carter, and Carter's away. He's got no support though. But Woodburn Hall makes the tackle along with Greg Eden, I think it was. Last tackle here for Haven in a much better attacking opposition. Duran kicks cross field, but well taken by James Saltonstall. No real pressure on him. That's a bit of a warning sign there for Halifax. Whitehaven threw the ball out rather desperately, went to Gebbie, and the Halifax defence slightly switched off and they took advantage, did Whitehaven. Here's Eden, runs across field, working the overlap, and Crooks is away. Crooks has got a clear run to the line if he wants it. He's waiting for the support of Joe Keys, looking for his second, but Crooks takes him on. Oh, that's brilliant from Ben Crooks. Takes on the Whitehaven fullback and scores his third try of the season. That's brilliant three-quarter play from Ben Crooks. And Halifax playing a really attractive, expansive game. Eden ran across field, found Crooks on the wing, and used all his experience to size up the Whitehaven fullback. Put him in two minds. Keys, let's not underestimate the part that Joe Keys played in that move. The effort to get in support, put the Whitehaven fullback Edina Gebbie in two minds, and Crooks decided to take him on the outside to dive over the line for a fantastic score. And after 12 minutes, here Halifax goes 16-0 up with a kick to come. You can see straight away the Halifax aren't afraid to run across the field and chance their arm against these defences. It's great to see as Jouffre looking to make it 3 from 3. His hardest conversion attempt so far. But he's pulled it just to the left of the post. First blot on his copybook for today to lose Jouffre, but Halifax still hold a commanding lead. After 13 minutes, it's Whitehaven 0, Halifax 16. And Whitehaven just look a bit shell-shocked at the moment. There's lots of chat going on in between them, but there seems a bit of disarray. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of talking to the sideline. Meanwhile, Carter kicks off. Eden collects. This time it's Tangata that takes the ball from him. Met by his ex-teammate Ryan King. Held out by 2 teammates, and Tangata's progress is stopped. Here's Davies. Does well. Takes 3 Whitehaven players to eventually stop his progress. Here's Calcott. Gets past the 30 for Halifax. And Halifax going blind once more. Jouffre steps back inside, looking for that bit half break. But great tackle there by Rio Corkill. As Calcott finds Keys, brings Kavanagh back on the inside. And Kavanagh well put down there by the hooker Calvin Phillips. Last tackle for Fax. Keys dinks it over the top, looking for the chaser Crooks and Eden. Gebby takes it this time. Well tackled there by Crooks, but it's a second effort. And I think it's a bit of an amateur dramatics there from Gebby. As Whitehaven get the second penalty of the game. Played the referee well, did Adina Gebby, but Crooks didn't need to do anything there. And Whitehaven will start the set on their own 30. Not a great touch finder there. As Romeo takes the ball up, but he's unromantically dumped to the ground by Keys and Crooks. Here's Ainley, and Ainley put down brutally by Tangata. Here's King from a standing start. He's put down just over halfway by O'Brien, Calcott and Davies. Quick play of the ball. Phillips finds Graham, and Graham. It's another penalty forthcoming. I'm not too sure why. Was it an early tackle? I'm not too sure, but the penalties are mounting up for Whitehaven at the moment. And Whitehaven taking the time for what to do. Carter thinking about the kick to touch, which he does. And Whitehaven, for the first time in this game, inside the Halifax 10 really. Phillips finds Carter. Carter runs at the line, but Tangata and O'Brien do well to put him down. Tackles in the bag here for Whitehaven. Options left and right. They go right. Duran, short ball to McCarron, and McCarron stopped well there by Keys and Tangata. He's worked really hard so far as Tangata and Keys for that matter too. Haven spread it left. Carter finds Corkill. Corkill shows good footwork, but Louis Jouffre sticks to him well. Still tackles here for Haven. Here's Carter, runs across field, finds Duran. Out to Debbie, out the back. Good footwork from the fullback. And Whitehaven put down, last tackle here. Big defensive test here for Halifax. Duran kicks it through. The ball spilled backwards by G, but eventually gets to it. And Halifax survive. Jouffre finds Saltonstall, looking to get Halifax out of their own danger area. And Saltonstall makes really good yards, just backing out in that unique style that he's got. Jouffre. Oh, lovely ball from McComb onto Eden. Eden bounces off a tackle, and Crooks. Thorpe on the outside and Ben Kavanagh on the wing. Be interesting to see if he had been set free. Here's Davies. Oh, McComb, my mistake. McComb finds halfway. Quick play of the ball. O'Brien onto Lannon. Fresh onto the field. There's no mistaking Ryan Lannon now with that new hair colour. Last tackle for Fax. As O'Brien finds Keys, and Keys puts it high. It hangs in the air, but Gebby takes it well. It's Will Calcott who Ryan Lannon's come on for, by the way. And Whitehaven, cardinal sin, not playing the ball right. And Halifax have a great opportunity to extend this lead. Whitehaven's first error of the game. And Halifax can sense an opportunity here. With Ben Kavanagh to play the ball just outside the 10. O'Brien hands on to Tangata, short ball to Davies, and Davies takes 3 Whitehaven men to put him down just inside the 10. O'Brien goes left, Keys out the back, throws a dummy Joe Keys, and Keys is in for his second. And this is just too easy for Joe Keys. Not even 20 minutes gone, and Halifax are 20 points up. It's good to see Joe Keys with ball in hand looking dangerous. The mistake from Adina Gebby, not playing the ball correctly. Joe Keys using Ben Kavanagh really well on the foil through the dummy, and enough to get over the line. And Halifax 20 points up after 20 minutes. What a return home so far. Leaves Jouffre similar, a kick in a similar position as his previous attempt. He'll look to do better this time. Has he got his radar working this time, Louis Jouffre? This to put the Panthers 22-0 up. After 21 minutes, more than a point a minute here at the Shay. Which he does, straight through the post. Brilliant kick from Jouffre. It's 3 from 4, and Halifax hold a 22-0 lead. And that win at Rochdale, although against League One opposition, looks to have given Halifax all sorts of confidence going into this Challenge Cup campaign, and hopefully the league campaign too. Carter kicks off this time. Eden collects, hands on Tangata, and Tangata runs towards centre field, but he's put down on his back really well by 3 Whitehaven defenders. Graham and Phillips leading the way. Here's Lannon. He takes the ball on, makes a meagre few yards after contact. Wrestling around with King, referee still not giving any penalties at the ruck as G makes some really good yards up to that 40. New director this season, the 40 and 20 lines painted red for some reason. As Keys finds Kavanagh, steps back inside. 3 Haven defenders get to grips with him just shy of halfway. Slow play the ball too. O'Brien works the blind side, finds Keys, short ball to Crooks. Options left and right there, big Joe Keys, but Crooks 10 yards into the Whitehaven half. Last tackle for the Panthers. Goes to Keys once more, and Keys puts it really high. Plenty of chasers, but Gebby safe enough under that high ball, and Jouffre has forced a knock on from Gebby well. He's had a mixed game so far as the Papua New Guinean fullback, Edini Gebe. In conditions that are a total opposite to what he'll be used to back in PNG. Not to take anything away from the beautiful Shay Stadium. But Halifax will find themselves from that mistake with a scrum just outside Whitehaven's 10, centre field. They go right, Dufresne, bodies in motion here for Halifax, throws a dummy. As a referee has to give the penalty there. I think it was Matty G taken out off the ball. And indeed, that's Halifax's first penalty of the game. And they'll simply tap and go here. O'Brien brings on McComb, runs across field, hands off one, goes back for more, but Whitehaven gets to him this time. O'Brien finds Keys out the back, third onto a Bernal, short ball to Crooks. Whitehaven defence shooting out and do well. Had to be, because Halifax look dangerous every time they get towards that Whitehaven line. Lannon takes it in as the South Stand drum bangs its beat for hopefully another score very soon. O'Brien finds Connor Davies. Oh, he deserves a try. O'Brien waits from dummy half, throws a dummy. Can he get over for a cheeky try from dummy half? The Whitehaven defence hold him up. As the referee stops the clock, and just to give Jake Carter a minute to regather himself. Keys runs across field, tries to kick, but it's a great shot from the Whitehaven man. I think it was Ainley, and that's his last action on the field as it comes off. That was a great tackle there. As Whitehaven through, ex-Faxman Mason make the way upfield. Good shot there from Tangata. Dufresne down low and helped out by O'Brien. Here's one of the Haven substitutes, Dione. Another Papua New Guinean dealt with well by Cook Islander Adam Tangata. And Welshman Connor Davies and Lannon. As Haven make their way into the Panthers half. Slow play of the ball. Cavan are doing well. Here's here once more. Takes on Tangata and Davis again, but they do well. Last tackle here for the Cumbrians. He goes to Duran, and Duran just grubbers it towards touch. Great touch finder there, but that just shows how much Whitehaven have been under the pump. Just want to get the ball off the pitch. Take a few seconds to recover before they're back into it. As Adam Tangata makes his way off the field after a great opening stint, to be replaced by Jacob Fairbank. Saltonstall takes the ball up and still makes yards after contact. Just backs up every time. O'Brien works the blind side again. Woodburn all hands on to G, and G makes his way upfield as Tangata gets a great reception from the east stand as he makes his way back to the dugout. Here's McComb. Footwork at the line, but does well after contact. Yeah, he gets brought down just over the 40. O'Brien waits and goes blind again. Here's G once more. Brushes off the Haven defence and offloads to O'Brien. He finds Davies. On to Keys. Keys, long ball out to Kavanagh, but it goes backwards, but Dufresne knocks it on. It's a bit of a schmozzle there. As Matty G's injured on that far side. Mentioned before that Halifax are playing really well expansively, but I think that was a bit too much. Maybe a bit more conservative effort. But Whitehaven will get the scrum just inside the Halifax half. Here's Carter. Finds Mason, and Mason takes on Halifax defence, but they do well. McComb and Jouffre pushing back. And this bit of battle of chest that's probably going on between Mason and the Halifax defence. Lannon does well to get to Newton. And Whitehaven still can't make much yards upfield. Here's Carter. Show the ball to where it adds on. Duran, lovely ball out. Keys and Davies doing well. On Debbie. As King takes it in, put down by O'Brien and Davies. Duran throws a dummy, but O'Brien wide to it. Throws a speculative all or nothing pass out the back Duran, but it goes to Ryan Lannon. And Halifax get the penalty as well. Referee ruling it's an early tackle from the Whitehaven defence. As Adam O'Brien takes a well-earned breather as well. To be replaced by Tom Inman, who had such a great impact off the bench. Here's Crooks from the penalty. O'Brien and Tangata working really hard in the first stints. Inman works the blind side. Keys, so it's dummy. It's away, back his side. Oh! And Halifax overplaying the hand there, and Whitehaven got punished, and Gebby's away. But Keys does well to get back. Here's Tier, throws a dummy. He's away, he's Tier now. Whitehaven are going to score. Well, that's come out of nothing. Halifax mistake, punished. And Whitehaven strike back. Curtis Tier finding some tired defence on this near side. And is this a comeback going on for Whitehaven? Ben having a shot at the defence. Tier through the dummy to cause tears in the Halifax defence. To strike back for Whitehaven, 22 points to 4 with a kick to come. Could have been so different if the passes had stuck, but as I said before, Halifax just overplayed their hand, and Whitehaven has made them suffer. Even more so if Carter lands this conversion, but he's pulled it right. And he gives a wry smile to the youngsters at the front of the East Stand who did the best to put him off, and it worked. So the score remains as we're going into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Halifax 22, Whitehaven 4. Joe Keys to kick off. He goes deep and right. Collected by Carter onto Air. And Air put down by 3 fast defenders. Lannon, Fairbank and G. Here's Corkill. He's put down by G and McComb. Here's King. Halifax have kept both King and Mason relatively quiet so far. King trying to get a quick play of the ball despite the attentions of Connor Davies. As Whitehaven get the ball out from that tackle. But Inman, like a little terrier, pounced straight on him. Great defence there. Duran finds Gebby, and Gebby. Good footwork at the line, but Lannon does well. Last tackle here for Avon on halfway. Carter from dummy half, just kicks looking for length, but he goes straight down the throat of Upburn Hall. Hands on at Saltonstall, and Saltonstall makes the half break as the rain comes pouring down at the Shay, but Saltonstall can't hold on to the ball. And Whitehaven get yet another chance off an Halifax error to put more points on the board. Hey, drops it off to King. King put down by Inman. and Fairbank. Here's Duran out the back to Gebby. Whitehaven fancy it, the kick goes through. Well tied up at the back by Eden. Had to be, because that was a lovely little kick behind. Whitehaven chancing their arm, and Eden using all his experience to recover. Inman waits and dummy half off the run of Woodburn Hall. As G takes it on. He'll play the ball just outside the 20. Here's McComb. McComb puts his nose between two Avon defenders. They put him down on the 30. He's fighting for a quick play of the ball, but again, this referee letting it slide. Here's Fairbank. Takes it in. Put down by three Avon defenders. Last tackle here for Fax. 5 metres shy of halfway. Keys. Measured kick towards a corner, but it just slithers to a stop in this mud. As Gebby takes on Crooks and bounces him off, but Ben Kavanagh there puts him down. Again, really slow play of the ball. Here's Oscar Duran, and Duran, despite 3 Halifax defenders, will still try and make yards upfield. And they'll get another penalty, Whitehaven. Halifax should really be out of sight in this game, but errors and penalties are just giving Whitehaven the slightest chance to come back. As Jamie Duran kicks a penalty out, but only makes halfway. Tia, the try scorer, taps and goes. Stopped by Crooks. Here's Duran onto A, and A takes on Davies and Fairbank, who put him down on the Halifax 30. Whitehaven go left. King finds Carter at the back, further on to Gebby. Whitehaven cutting loose here, but well tackled there by G and Dufresne. Carter hands on to McCarran. McCarran still making yards despite 3 Halifax defenders there. Slow play the ball. Here's Carter, kicks it through. He goes back, but Inman claims it really well. That's great play from Tom Inman. And had to be, and confoundedly, Whitehaven concede the penalty. And that is manner from Evan from Halifax. And Keys getting on with things quickly, less than 5 to go. 22-4 up, Halifax want more points for half-time. Crooks eventually taps and goes. Thought about the pass, just takes it up. Well put down by Romeo. Still no penalty despite these sloppy play of the balls. Eden takes it up. Put down by two Whitehaven defenders. Just over halfway, Inman finds Lannon, and Lannon, great yards there, will find the Whitehaven 30. Inman shakes right and goes left. Fairbank goes backwards, but the referee's going to give a penalty for offside at the play of the ball. Marker's not square. And that evens up the penalty count. Now will Halifax go for 2, or will they chance their arm looking for more? Don't think there's much discussion there. They're going to go for a tap and go eventually at the second attempt. Inman will do. Hands on to Connor Davies, and Davies still makes yards despite the attention of 3 Whitehaven defenders. Tackles in the bag here inside Whitehaven's 20 for Fax. Keys brings on Kavanagh on the charge, on the angle towards that line, but Whitehaven do just about enough. Inman waits, finds Davies out to Dufresne. Halifax have got men over if they want it. G comes back inside, but Whitehaven scrambling well. Desperation there. Inman goes for dummy half onto Dufresne, looking for a second, but Whitehaven do just enough to hold him up. The south stand behind those posts expect score before half time. Inman plays the ball Jaffe plays the ball to Inman, sorry. Here's Keys, goes it through. Lovely way to kick, and it's just too much, it is. Nice little option, but it gives Whitehaven a 7-tackle set. Just over 2 minutes to go. Tia takes it up. Put down by Fairbank. And Davies. Here's Romeo, and Romeo. Put down by Crooks. Whitehaven go blind. Good shot there from Crooks. On the substitute, Evan Lawther. Here's Carter. Wanted the pass, but no one wanted it. So he just takes up himself as Ryan Lannon shoots in, not needed. Silly penalty to give away that. Even though Halifax have dominated this first half, 22 points to 4, there's been some silly errors and daft penalties that are just allowing Whitehaven just the slightest chance to get back into this game, and it is Lannon. The referee's calling out, just have a word. Always an enthusiastic player and defender, Ryan Lannon, but just too much there. As Duran boots the ball a touch for the penalty. And Whitehaven were perhaps the last set of this first half. Duran hands on to A&A. Put down by 3 fast defenders. Lannon, Davies and Kavanagh. And it's the first 6 again in the game. Finally, the referee gives something at the ruck, but it's against the Panthers this time. As Avon getting 2. Fax's 10. Here's King. Always dangerous with the ball, but Lannon and Davies do well. Slow play of the ball. King's felt the effect of that tackle. Here's Duran. Throws a dummy. So the Halifax defenders shoot up. I thought to come back the other way, but Lannon and Davies kept the concentration. As from the dummy half, number 15, James Newton, goes. And again, Whitehaven try and go for dummy half. Have they got the ball down? No. The ball's knocked on. And Halifax just about survive. And they'll get a 20-metre tap here. Jouffre wasting no time here. But the referee again not letting us take it quickly. Don't know why. And Jouffre was handed on to Saltonstall. And that'll be the last tackle of his first half. As the clock goes to 0, the hooter goes in half time. And Halifax Panthers return to the Shay for the first time since September. And what a first half it was. They flew out of the blocks. 4 tries in the first 20 minutes. Joe Keys with a couple. Louis Jouffre and Ben Crooks. Louis Jouffre kicked 3 from 4. But Curtis Tia's try 10 minutes before half time have given Whitehaven just a glimmer of hope of a second half comeback. But the scores at half time: Halifax Panthers 22, Whitehaven 4. Welcome back to the second half here at the Shay, as the home side made their way out from the sheds with a 22 points to 4 half-time lead, but it could have been so much more, and maybe should have been really. Out of the blocks, 2 tries from Joe Keys in the first 20 minutes, along with Jouffre and Crooks. Jouffre kicked 3 from 4, but Curtis Tia's try 10 minutes from half time has given Whitehaven just a glimmer of hope to progress into the 4th round of this Challenge Cup. And Halifax have made a change straight away with Gareth Widdop working his way back to full fitness. Had a 20-minute cameo last week at Scotland against Rochdale. He's got 40 minutes this time. What can he do in this 40 minutes now? I'll try and find out who he's come on for. I think it may well be Woodburn Hall that he's come on for. Louis Jouffre lining up at full-back, it seems. But like I said last week, the sign of Gareth Widdop just gives us so many options in our arsenal in attack. Meanwhile, Carter gets us underway. Collected by Eden, hands it on to Lannon, and Lannon taken down by 3 Whitehaven defenders, still going. Eden finds Crooks, and again Halifax looking to play expansive right from the get-go. Inman finds Eden, and Eden met by 2 Whitehaven defenders who put him down. Here's Fairbank, showed it to Widder, but keeps hold and makes some good yards up towards halfway. Inman waits at dummy half, shapes right and goes left onto Davies, and Davies takes the teeth of that Whitehaven defence, and again slow play the ball. Last tackle here for Fax. He goes to Keys, and Keys just dinks it over towards the corner, trying to trap Gebby in, and Gebby will try and let it go dead, which it has. Unlucky there. And Whitehaven will get a 7 tackle set from the 20-metre tap, which Gebby takes. And he's put down by 3 Whitehaven Halifax defenders. Here's Tia. And Tia's put down by Inman and Davies. Quick play of the ball. Here's Dion A, and A takes Whitehaven over halfway despite the attention of Fairbank and Lannon. Here's King. Well put down there by Davies, helped out by Fairbank. As the Whitehaven substitute, Hannigan featured in that last play as Whitehaven find their way to Halifax's 20. The work the blind side, Hannigan puts the kick in, collected by Joe Keys. And Halifax survived that set there. Eden waits dummy half, Keys gets up gingerly. No pun intended there. As Fairbank takes his tackle. Inman takes a tackle by mistake. Here's Eden. Big contact there from the Whitehaven defence. I think it was from Owen McCarron there. Fairbank, lovely little ball to Lannon, and Lannon takes Halifax past halfway, marauds after contact. Inman works the blind side, hands on to Keys. Keys short to Kavanagh, and as Kavanagh knocked that ball on, he has. The Whitehaven defence rushed up well, forcing the error. And despite the early promise, Halifax have come up short there. And Whitehaven will have the scrum. 15 metres shy of halfway, centre field. Lots of chat on the field, but not much scrum forming. Eventually they do. As King finds Mason, and Mason being kept quiet so far by the Halifax defence. His ex-teammate G finishes the tackle off. They work the blind side. Corkill tries to take on Widdop, but Widdop does well. Helped out by G. Here's King. Lannon shoots out. King calling for the penalty, but nothing coming as Connor Davies and Fairbank finish the tackle off. Here's Gebby. Takes on Inman and McComb. Finished off by Widdop. And Whitehaven going side to side, but not much forward so far. Carter brings on A, and A takes on G and Fairbank. Still making yards until Connor Davies comes down low on his legs. Last tackle here for Whitehaven. They go blind. Carter grubbers it through. And Widdop turns his back, allows the ball to Grubber into touch. And Halifax will have the play of the ball 10 metres out from their own post. As the referee has a word with a few players, I'm not too sure why. So with Jacob Fairbank to play the ball. Inman finds Crooks. Whitehaven defence shooting out. Crooks does well to still maintain good yard advantage. Here's Saltonstall, who gets pushed back slightly by that Whitehaven defence, led by his ex-teammate Ryan King. Maybe a point to prove, Ryan King. Here's Lannon. Lannon stops in shot by 3 Whitehaven defenders. On the 30, Inman finds Davies, onto Keys, finds Kavanagh. Kavanagh tries to get outside, but great tackle there by the substitute Hannigan. And Halifax go blind through Widdop. Widdop finds Crooks, comes back on the inside, Crooks. But his tackle just over halfway, last tackle here for Fax. Inman finds Keys, and Keys was put boot to ball. Collected easily enough by Gebby. He'll look to counter-attack, but he's well put down by Jouffre on the 25. He's left his mark at him there, Louis Jouffre. As Gebby comes off well and truly second best, and in all sorts of strife on the floor there. Whitehaven physio straight onto the field. Not too sure what happened. It might be just a hyperextension of his arm, maybe. I'm not too sure. Looked a little bit of a weird position that he was put in after that tackle from Jouffre. No dirty play there, just part and parcel of the game. Referee giving the Whitehaven medical staff all the time they need to make sure he's okay, which he is. It's good to see. And Whitehaven will start to set off with that play of the ball. It's Halifax defenders put down Joseph Romeo. They go back towards that right hand side as Tia inches his way towards halfway. Utilise the blind side. Big hit from Crooks, but he comes back for more. As Whitehaven venture into Halifax territory. Newton from dummy half. Finds Gebby, and Gebby. Tricky run of Halifax have done well so far. Hannigan puts the ball up high. Jouffre waits. Takes it comfortably enough. 6 on his back, but has played fullback quite a few times as Jouffre. The referee stops the game. Not too sure why. As McComb takes the ball in. Eden. It is my mistake. Inman finds Lannon. Lannon winds up, still making yards, despite the attentions of Corkill and McCarron. Inman finds Saltonstall. Saltonstall charges onto it, but McCannon does well again. Here's Connor Davies. Good yards from Halifax. Forward so far. Last tackle for Fax. Inman finds Widdop, and Widdop puts it high towards the corner. Taken just about by Oscar Duran. But decent Halifax chase from Fairbank, Inman and G. And slow to play the ball down well. Here's Romeo. Kavanagh and Crooks just about get to grips with him. Lannon affects the tackle. Here's Mason. Takes 4 to stop his progress. Lannon, Davies, G and Inman it was. Here's King. Back on the angle. Whitehaven calling for a penalty. 6 again. Connor Davies couldn't resist the fruit of going back in for more. And Whitehaven march into Halifax territory with a fresh set of 6. Hey, plays the ball. Great tackle down low by Inman. Whitehaven fancy something now. Here's King. Throws a dummy. Connor Davis shot up well along with Fairbank. Inman finished off the tackle down low. Whitehaven inside Halifax's 20. Options left and right, they come left. As McCarron takes it towards centre field. Put down by Fairbank, they come left again. Carter. Flat ball to Corkill, and Corkill well put down by Gian Inman. Last tackle here for Whitehaven. He goes to Carter. Carter dribbles it through towards a post. Well taken there by Giuffre, who managed to stay in the field of play. Brilliant fullback play from the halfback. As Crooks takes the ball on. Whitehaven defence really quick off the mark, and they push Crooks back in goal. That's brilliant defence from the Cumbrians. And you can hear the roar of approval from the fans in that corner of the south stand, forcing the first goal line dropout of the afternoon. As Ryan Lannan makes way for Adam Tangata. Widdop with a dropout. Goes low, dribbles across the field, collected by Hannigan. Finds McCannon and McCarron. Put down by Inman and Tangata. Still Whitehaven make their way towards that Halifax line. Tackles in the bag from that goal line dropout. King stepping forward line. They get a 6 again as well, Whitehaven. Even more tackles on this Halifax line. Big defensive test here for Liam Finn's side. They go right. Hannigan takes on Kavanagh, but Kavanagh does well. Helped out down low by Keys. Still tackles here for Whitehaven. As McCarron takes it along. The ball pops out, but it goes backwards. Seized upon by King, and King stopped by Tangata, Kavanagh and Keys. Still plenty of tackles here for Whitehaven. Here's Carter. Finds A, and A onto his compatriot Gebby, and Gebby steps off. His leg still stepping, still going inside, but he's lost yards there. As Gebby eventually got to grips with by Fairbank. They come left again, Whitehaven. Carter dribbles it through, looking for Mason, but Giuffre does well. Have they forced him dead? No, they haven't. It's a second go. And that's daft play from the Whitehaven defence. They did the hard work by chopping Halifax in decent territory in that respect, but then conceding the penalty for a second go, gifting Gareth Widdop a chance to get Halifax way out of territory. That's a great touch finder there. Superb. Near a 50-metre kick to touch. As Saltonstall wasting no time to get back on with things. Taps and goes and nearly gets through there. And again, this referee not giving any penalties at this ruck. As McComb carries on. Put down by Carter. Inman floats it to Fairbank. Fairbank, short ball to Tangata. Tangata posts his nose through. Halifax already inside Halifax's 20, just outside the 10. Here's Fairbank. Finds Widdop. Widdop, long ball out. Mason gets to it. It's going to be 6 again from the knock-on. And not for the first time on this ground. Jake Mason looking for an interception. But luckily this time for us, the ball doesn't find the mark, and Halifax will get 6 more tackles on this Whitehaven line. Scrum down, 10 metres out. Well, Halifax got up the sleeve now. They're stacking it left. Inman finds Widdop. Widdop, short ball to Crooks, and Crooks, can he power over? That's great. Goal line defence there from Whitehaven. Looked a certain try for Crooks, but not too sure who it was on that far side. Did really well. Here's Inman, finds Tangata, short ball to Fairbank. Still going. To maintain neutral, I did look a little bit forward, but we'll let that pass. Here's Inman. Finds Keys, short ball to G. Comes back on the inside, G going towards that line. He's held up over it. So Halifax, tackle count will carry on. Lots of talking in the background. They're really stacking it on that left-hand side of Halifax. There's a mismatch of numbers if they can manage it. Here's Tangata, finds Keys, short ball to Kavanagh, comes back on the angle. He's brought down by the Whitehaven defence, still tackles here for Fax. Inman wakes, fires out to Widdop. Widdop steps on the inside, looking for his first try for his own town club. Has he got over? He is over the line, but he's held up by that Whitehaven defence. Desperation times there. And Halifax again. Second time this set, forced to go back to the 10 to play the ball. On the last tackle, Keys gets it over his head, hands on to Dufresne, and Dufresne dribbles it through. And Halifax do well in defence. Have they chopped it down, and Whitehaven. An unorthodox way of trying to get Shay in the field of play there from Romeo. But Halifax do well and force Whitehaven's first goal line drop out of the game. As the pressure mounts, still no score from half time. Still Halifax 22, Whitehaven 4. As Carter, will he think about the short one here? Or will he go for length? He's certainly thinking about it, but he goes for length. And a brilliant drop out it is as well. Eden collects. Hands it on to Fairbank, who'll run it straight into that Whitehaven defence. Great run there by Bobby. Halifax will start the set just outside Whitehaven's 30. Inman finds Davies, and Davies, bit of a poor pass, but does well with it. Really tenacious runner, Connor Davies. Here's Fairbank, short ball to Tangata, and Tangata, oh, Widdop just on the outside there. Quick play the ball, Inman goes inside. Oh, calls on the blind side for the ball. Lots of arms going up in the air, and Inman fancied it himself, but Whitehaven forced the error and the chance is gone. Well, the error count from Halifax is startling. I make it 6 errors so far to Whitehaven's 2. But what Inman obviously playing with confidence, fancied it himself, but it's a great tackle from the Whitehaven defence in McCarron to force the ball free, despite the cries of frustration from his right hand side. Meanwhile, Whitehaven have the scrum. Don't know why it's restarted. They're still messing about in that front row of Jacob Fairbank in the thick of things. And McCarron pointing at his head for some reason. Here's King. Shot there from Jeeb. It takes 4 men to put him down, along with Fairbank, Tangata, and Inman. And finally, the referee having a word about this ruck. And of course, it's when Halifax are in defence, but this ruck has been scrappy at best all day. Shot again there from G. Really put himself about the last few minutes. And again, a slow play of the ball. Here's Carter trying to get things moving, but great tackle there from Curtis Davies. And again, Matty G making an impact. Here's A. Takes on Fairbank, helped out by Inman, but still gets over halfway. Last tackle here for Haven. From the slow play of the ball, Carter just grubbers it. Bounces nicely for Dufresne, hands it on to Saltonstall, and Saltonstall thought about the spectacular pass but decides better against it. And just takes his tackle to south side of 20. Dufresne finds McComb, hands it on to Eden. And Eden makes the error as well. Yet another error for Halifax as Connor Davis takes a very well-earned rest to replace by Calcott. And Haven once more at this Halifax line. Plenty of tackles in the bag here for Whitehaven on the Panthers line. As Crooks shoots out, brilliant tackle it had to be on Hannigan. Here's Dionne. Takes on 3 defenders, and Halifax concede the penalty for offside. Errors and penalties, like I said in the first half, are just stopping Halifax from really putting Whitehaven to the sword. And the Cumbrians will have 6 more tackles on this Halifax line. The tap and go. Here's McCarran, and McCarran still going, despite the attentions of Inman and Tangata. Here's Carter, finds Gebby at the back. Goes ball to Mason. Bit of an hospital ball because James Saltonstall was right there to whack his former teammate. Here's Carter onto here from a standing start. Great shot there from Will Calcott. Well, don't think you're expecting that. As Whitehaven work it right. King, hands off Keys. He's still going. King gets the offload, but it goes out in a touch, and Halifax survive. And Ryan King is rocks and diamonds, and that was definitely rocks that time. And Halifax survive that set. And they'll get to play the ball 10 metres out from their own line, centre field. First 20 minutes of the second half and still no score. Halifax 22, Whitehaven 4. As McComb takes it up from the play of the ball, but he's put down just outside the 10. Here's G, being impactful in defence. Here he is on the attack, where he's put down well by Mason and Carter. Here's Saltonstall. Still making yards after contact. Brilliant yards there from Saltonstall. Despite 3 Whitehaven defenders on him, he's still making yards. Slow play of the ball again. And still nothing from the referee. Here's Fairbank. Great shot there from King. Graham, it was my mistake, and Graham goes in for more against Tangata. Last tackle here for Fax, and Keys puts it really high and deep. Gebby Waits takes it on the full. Good chase there from Inman and Fairbank, who put him down just shy of the 20. Quick play the ball on Romeo. Finds Keys and Crooks waiting for him. Here's Tia. And Tia finds the attentions of Fairbank and Calcott. Quick play the ball on Whitehaven, go blind. Here's King. Sizes up the Panthers defence, but they put him down. Kavanagh and Fairbank it was. Here's A. And A, work at a line, does well, goes past Calcott, but Fairbank there forces the error too. Brilliant play there from Fairbank, it had to be. Because Dionne showed great footwork to get past Calcott, and he was on his way, but Fairbank got to him and forced the error, stopping the Haven momentum. And the Panthers will get the scrum just shy of their own 40, centre field, as Adam O'Brien waits on the sideline, waiting to make his return back onto the field. No doubt to replace Tom Inman, who's had a great stint. But it is. Feeds it to McComb. Footwork at the line, but he's put down by Carter. Inman works the blind side onto G. G steps inside, takes on Carter. Carter sticks to him. Oh, it's O'Brien that comes over Fairbank. Well, he deserves the rest of Fairbank from his work, as Calcott takes it from Widdop into the Whitehaven 40. Inman finds Keys onto Kavanagh on the angle, does well. Still making yards there, does Kavanagh. Into the Whitehaven 20, still tackles here for Fax. Inman waits, goes blind, rushes out from dummy half. Keys. Crooks overran it a bit, so Keys just keeps hold. Slow play the ball. Inman finds O'Brien. On to Tangata. Tangata. Footwork at the line, but great shot there from Graham. Helped out by Air. There's a bit of fisticuffs there. Bit of handbags and Calcott gets involved. I'm not too sure if that was any more than handbags. Maybe they're arguing who likes Louis Vuitton and who likes Burberry, I'm not too sure, but there was certainly to-ing and fro-ing. I think there were no more than shoves, but then Calcott came in to make sure that nothing else happened. Now hopefully the referee has a bit of common sense and just lets the game carry on. He's getting a report from the touch judges who will no doubt offer some much valued input. He's calling both the perpetrators out. First McCarron, but there's 3 Whitehaven players around him. He's having a chat with Tangata now as well. And like I say, hopefully Mr. Worsley will just exercise some common sense and just go, oh no, well, actually fair play. He's given a penalty. Well, that evens the penalty count up. And Fats will have 6 more tackles on this Whitehaven line. Calcott from the tap penalty from the Inman. Messing around at the ruck yet again. Inman goes from dummy half, looking to plough over for a try. They just stop him short. O'Brien waits, fires it to Keys. Keys onto Widdop. Widdop either back to Dufresne. Knock on from the Whitehaven defence. Another knock on there. Sure, it's the first knock on, and Halifax will get the ball back. You would think anyway, but it's a good defensive win from Whitehaven there. Oh, well, no. He's giving Whitehaven the ball. Well, in my eyes, it looked like a Whitehaven knock on first, but what do I know? So it was a good defensive win for Whitehaven after all. Here's Mason. Takes on McComb, helped out by Widdop. And G. Here's Corkill. He gets put down by Calcott, who waits at marker looking for more. Short ball from McCarron. He didn't want that. Didn't McCarron as A gets a bit of an hospital ball. Tackled by Tangata. Great tackle there from O'Brien. Brilliant there. Dumped McCarron on his back. As Hannigan kicks it long, but Dufresne waiting for it. Takes it on the full. Looks to counter-attack. But he gets put down. Halifax's 30. The referee stops the game because it's the Whitehaven player that's come off second best. I think he's got his head in the wrong place because the referee calling for the doctor to come on. Yeah, I think he's got his head in the wrong place from that tackle there. Of course, player welfare, vitally important. I'll say injury assessment, I don't think his head's been treated there, but for some reason the referee calling the doctor on the field. As Louis Dufresne and Ryan King have a bit of a catch-up while they wait and give Callum Phillips the all clear. So Jufrey will play the ball. Inman finds Eden. Stopped just before the 40. O'Brien finds Calcott, and Calcott. And another error forced by that Whitehaven defence. Errors are really mounting up for Halifax. There's Gebby. As his progress halted by 3 fast defenders. Just past the 40. As Phillips hands on air, who juggles with the ball. He's still going on that right-hand channel. Still making yards despite the attention of Keys and Kavanagh, eventually put down Halifax's 20. Slow play the ball. Phillips finds Carter. Flat ball to McCannon, and McCannon finds Calcott waiting for him. Big collision it was too. Whitehaven work it right. Here's King. Good defence there from Joe Keys. Oh, there, the ball's come out there, but it's going to be a penalty. There's Ryan King right in the middle of it, and even more handbags. I think second half has been scrappy at best. Still no score. Halifax 22, Whitehaven 4. As Ryan King's getting some treatment off the south stand. And is being led from the field by the Whitehaven physio. Well, he's been sin-binned, my mistake. Well, I missed that. Ryan King being sin-binned. No wonder the south stand were giving him some grief. And he'll be off for the majority of the rest of this game. 12 minutes to go. And Halifax win the penalty for it. Well, Crooks takes it from the penalty. And again, this play the ball, just really scrappy. And finally, after 69 minutes of the game, Halifax get a 6 again from messing around with the play the ball. On the first tackle, it means nothing though, as Kavanagh tries to shoot through the gap. But it all closes by the Whitehaven defence. Inman waits, finds Keys, runs across field, finds Widdop, shows and goes. Comes back from a handoff, running across field, Gareth Widdop brings it onto Kavanagh on the angle. And Kavanagh tries to get the ball out with another error. And you can see Zach McComb, the dismay from Kavanagh trying to get the ball out for no reason really. And a penalty here, and Kavanagh gives away the penalty as well, confounding that error. The referee gives him a bit of talking to. But Ben Kavanagh's letting his frustrations get the best of him. The referee is having a quick word with Adam O'Brien, co-captain of the Halifax Panthers, just to tell his teammates just to calm down a little bit. The Whitehaven will get the penalty. Just over 10 minutes to go till the end of the game. And after what was such a brilliant first half from the Panthers, well, brilliant first 20. The last 50 minutes have been frustrating to watch, really. As Tia takes the ball up from the penalty. McCannon takes the ball on. Good defence there from the Panthers, Inman and Tangata. Here's Air. Good shot there from Calcott, but Air carries on, helped out by Tangata. Calcott there as Whitehaven. Options left and right, they go left. Short ball to McCannon, who bumps off Fairbank. gets the ball out to Carter, and Carter runs the ball. South stand calling for obstruction, but nothing coming from the referee. Callum Phillips waits at dummy half, he goes right. There's Hannigan. Takes on the Panthers defence. Last tackle here for Whitehaven, a screaming through on this left-hand side. Slow play the ball, but they go right though. Oh, Phillips goes left. And Gareth Widdop using all his experience to clean up that grubber kick. Brilliant play on his home debut. Here's Saltonstall. The Whitehaven defence is very quick off the mark there. The East Stand especially calling for offside. Here's Crooks. Crooks makes some good yards upfield. Goes past the 20. Inman works the blind side. As McCall makes some much needed yards upfield. Eden takes towards halfway, last tackle, and Keys manages the kick towards the corner. Will he go out into touch? It will. Brilliant kick there from Joe Keys. Just takes the heat out of the situation a little bit. Playing the territory. Looks like Halifax will indeed win this cup tie, but it's feeling a little bit flat round here at the moment. And Whitehaven take the ball up with Romeo. Here's Gebby. He gets put down by Tangata. Tia takes on Crooks, and Crooks pulls him down well out by Kavanagh. Good shot there from Tangata. On the Whitehaven man, here's Gebby once more. He takes Whitehaven towards halfway on the last tackle here for Whitehaven. There's Hannigan, puts boot to ball, looking for length. Dufresne chaps it on his foot, bounces off, but does well to reclaim before Whitehaven get to it. Here's Eden. Further on to Saltonstall. Halifax sends something on this right-hand side. G steps back on the inside, hands off his ex-teammate Mason, and Mason helped out by two of his teammates, put him down. Again, messing around this play of the ball. And Matty G falls for the oldest trick in the book from Jake Mason. Jake Mason had him like a kipper there. And then clapped in his face afterwards. I think that's what the referee's talking to him about now. And what was a good reception for him now has turned a little bit sour for Jake Mason. As Whitehaven get the penalty, which Carter kicks into the sand. And they'll start the set 20 metres from the Halifax line. Mason hands it on to Corkill, and Corkill takes a line and just come onto the field for Tangata for the last 6 minutes of this game. Phillips, short ball to McCarron. Gets pushed back by Lannon, and Calcott still messing around with this play of the ball. Hannigan hands it on to A&A. Going towards that Whitehaven line. Phillips, one ball to Carter, back on the inside to Air. Great pressure there from Matty G, who had to be. He's redeemed himself there for conceding that penalty. Widdop finds McComb. McComb gets put down on the 20. Here's G again. Takes on Mason once more, but Mason goes at second marker this time. As Saltonstall takes it up, backing up towards halfway. Inman Finds Lannon onto Keys, who's just been named man of the match. As Kavanagh takes Halifax past halfway. Widdop. Oh, Eden picks up, go from dummy half. And Eden finds Crooks, who goes in. And if there was any doubt about the result, Crooks' second try of the game. 5 minutes from half time, from full time, puts the game to bed. And finally, in the second half, there has been a score. And he goes away, Ben Crooks, who gets his second try of the game. His 4th of the season. And a bit more accuracy, shall we say, of how much Halifax have been dominant over this Whitehaven side has been put with that try. 26 points to 4 with a kick to come. Lovely break from Eden. And unselfishly, long pass out to the wing for Crooks, who deserved his second try for the work he's put in today. It leaves Louis Jouffre a tricky conversion from out wide. Looking for his 4th goal of the afternoon, Louis Jouffre. It's certainly high enough. Has he got the length? It has. You can tell it was an end of the game effort from Louis Jouffre, but the most important thing is that the flags went up. And Halifax will be going into the next round of the Betfred Challenge Cup. 28-4. With just over 3 minutes to go here at the Shay. And we'll play Hammersmith Hill Hoist on Sunday week. As Carter from the kickoff finds Saltonstall hands on to Lannon, and Lannon shakes off the tackles of 4 Whitehaven defenders, still making yards. And finally, after 77 minutes, the referee gives a penalty at this play of the ball, not just 6 again. And Keys boots the ball into touch. And Fax will start the set 10 metres shy of halfway. G run towards the middle, big contact there from the Whitehaven defence in the shape of Ainley and Graham. Here's Calcott. Good yards there from Calcott. Takes Fax past the 40. They're wanting more tries here. Jouffre, long ball out to Crooks, who tries to evade the Whitehaven defender, but they stick to him really well. Here's Jouffre from dummy half. Takes Halifax into the Whitehaven 20. And again, messing around the play of the ball, but Jouffre playing for it. Referee just tells him to go back and play it. Crooks finds Eden onto Lannon, and Lannon will take his tackle. Last tackle here for Fax. Inman, long ball to Keys. Keys out the back to Widdop. Widdop, little dink toward the corner, looking for Saltonstall. Saltonstall takes, and he's got a try, yes! Oh, what a grandstand finish! And hometown class for a hometown try. Created with a lovely dink over from Gareth Widdop. And James Saltonstall gets his first try of the season. That was just class from Widdop. Lovely little disguise. Dink towards a corner, and James Saltonstall caught the ball in the full and somehow managed to ground the ball before going out into touch. What a finish. And I say it's been a little bit flat, a bit frustrating second half, but the last 5 minutes or so, Halifax have shown 2 bits of class.
Sorry, I meant to move it.
And Halifax go even further out in front as Dufresne looking to keep up his great record so far today. Here he is, drills it. Has that got over? It has. Oh, it's just under. Well, I said before, his last kick looked a bit tired. That one was. The score still remains Halifax 32, Whitehaven 4. 20 seconds to go in this game. And I say after a frustrating second half, where Whitehaven, to their credit, have come back. They've really put up a better show in this second half. Halifax, the last 5 minutes have shown a bit of class about them. As Carter goes short from the kickoff. Well taken there by Oscar Duran. And Whitehaven will finish this game in possession as Zach McComb does his best to delay any more tackles. Here's Dione, who takes the ball up as a hooter goes in the background. The game finishes and Halifax progress into the next round, the fourth round of the Betfred Challenge Cup, where we'll play Hammersmith Hill Hoist on Sunday week. After 2 tries each from Joe Keys and Ben Crooks, and then 1 apiece from Louis Dufresne and James Saltonstall, with 4 goals from Louis Dufresne, send Halifax through to the next round of the Challenge Cup. Final score here, Halifax Panthers 32, Whitehaven 4.